subject today is probiotics, prebiotics, and the benefits. I know that you have gone to the health food store because you've heard that probiotics are really important for your gut, and if you have a healthy gut, healthy mind, you have to take some. So you've gone to the health food store and you've seen rows and rows and rows of probiotics, prebiotics, mixtures, separate, 5 strains, 10 strains of bacteria, 50,000 CFUs or 10 or 6. Some are in the fridge, some are not. Some in powder form, some in capsules, some liquid. So what to do? So today I'm going to discuss it, and by the end of this tutorial you know exactly what to choose from. So let's get started right now. So very quickly, my name is Maria from Vancouver, Canada, and I want to thank all my subscribers, because without you it would make no reason for me to be here. And for the new people that just by mistake seen my tutorial right now, I hope that you enjoy my content and my tutorials and you decide to subscribe. The only thing that I ask is that if you enjoy and you get value, please share this information. By looking at your skin, I can tell if your gut is healthy. Incredible, isn't it? It shows in your skin through surface dehydration, through rashes, fungal conditions. So I can tell if you eat well, if you are a little bit of a junkie, if you're not drinking your water. And by the way, as usual, my water, please, water. Probiotics are very sensitive to temperature, light, moisture, and time. And so if we purchase a probiotic that have not been stored properly or has been on the shelf too long, most likely those live bacteria are not so live anymore. Also, if the probiotic is not capsulated, I'm going to talk about it a little bit later on, or formulated properly, when it goes through the gut, and we're talking about the stomach, because it's acidic, most of it will die. An imbalance of the flora or your microbiome, which we have naturally, the body itself creates its own bacteria, because if we eat properly, we will keep on developing our bacteria, our good bacteria. However, if we have an imbalance, we will get the food allergies, eczema, asthma, autism, or any form of depression. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. Chronic fatigue, IBS, which is an irritable bowel syndrome, and even worse still, cancer and autoimmune disorders. So right now, I'm going to give you 3 steps. 1, 2, 3, as I mentioned before, 3 steps of what to do. So first step is eat high fiber foods, because the high fiber foods, and those, you know what they are? They're the green stuff, you know, vegetables. These foods, which are indigestible fibers in the stomach, when it passes through the stomach, it goes into the small intestines because we are feeding it. So that is the first thing. So what are some of the foods? Like anything that is roughage, and the celery and the broccoli, any kind of thing, the beans. Right? So everything that is green, that has fiber and roughage, is essential. So go to the store, anything that is green, start eating it. The next is eating at least 1 of these probiotic foods daily. So in a food format, it's very essential. So let's list some of them that you need to. So you don't have to have them all. So you can have 1 or 2 a day. And some of them are such as yogurt. Right? But please remember natural yogurt, not the one with a lot of sugar. Sauerkraut, kimchi, kefir, miso, tempeh, kombucha. Oh, I love kombucha. Buttermilk, don't like buttermilk, but... And another thing that I always mention, apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar inside and outside. And I have a tutorial on that too. That only eating a probiotic in food format is not enough. And that's why my focus today is about choosing the right probiotic. Now, the right probiotic, it is essential that you choose the right one because, as I mentioned, the probiotic is very sensitive to light, heat, time, and moisture. So you have to find the correct one. In a nutshell, the probiotic is the good bacteria. The bad bacteria are the harmful bacteria such as yeast and fungi. And if the yeast overpower the good probiotic, that is when you start having problems. And the candida comes out in your skin and you can see it. So please do take good probiotics. Happy that you're still here with me because that means you are interested to know more about probiotics. If we have 80% of good bacteria in our gut, believe me, our system from here all the way down is very happy. It is estimated there's about 100 trillion microorganisms representing in our healthy gut and approximately about 500 different species of bacteria. And so if we have all these wonderful bacteria and everything is moving in harmony, we are not going to get sick because our immune system is strong and is able to fight all the different type of bacteria. They say healthy gut, healthy mind, and you will have like more energy and more happiness. You feel happier when your gut is healthy. I am going to list now a few benefits of having a healthy gut, and which are fighting the bad bacteria, that's what we'll be talking, helping with digestion, improving nutrients absorption, strengthening the immune system, so your immunity is strong, reducing allergies, inflammation, insulin resistance, increasing of bioavailability of nutrients. It controls your weight. So if you have a good flora and healthy gut, you will not gain weight. Increase energy, mental clarity. It controls depression, healthier skin, and a general healthy you, happy you. Isn't that amazing? So that's why it's essential that you do take care of your gut. Okay, so some of the things that will decrease this. Okay, so I have a few of them. If you keep on snacking junk food, sugar, if you take antibiotics, overly taking alcohol. Now, if you have a little bit of red wine or have a drink once in a while, that is not damaging, but you're drinking too much alcohol. GMO foods, please be very careful. Artificial sweeteners. If you are overweight, frequent eating, like a lot, not only little snacks, but continuously, and stress. And you might say, Maria, how can I take care of stress? You will have to find a way to disconnect from the world, meditate, pray, whatever it takes to eliminate stress. Bottom line is that probiotics are critical for our health. We cannot get away from it. And so it helps us by taking probiotics in a tablet form and a food form. We get a healthy, and if the bugs, if the bacteria is happy and we are feeding it proper foods, it makes us happy. And we are also flushing all the toxins out. Now, if you don't take a good probiotic, it is just like throwing it away. Because if you're taking a certain probiotic in a liquid format or powder format, or it's not capsulated properly, it gets killed in the stomach, and only about 4% will be able to pass through the stomach. I have a little diagram here, okay? I love diagrams. Okay, so we have the mouth, we have the stomach, the small intestine, and the large intestine. So when we take, and I have mine here, okay? So when we take our probiotic, it goes in. Now in the esophagus, nothing happens. When it goes into the stomach, we have a lot of hydrochloric acid, enzymes, and that is where the little probiotic has to survive. But it's so acidic that most of it will get killed. Then in the small intestine, it is alkaline. So that's where it should be broken down. And then in the large intestine, that is where most of the probiotic gets absorbed. So here are the two top reasons most probiotics do not work. Number one, if you purchase commercially produced probiotics that are sold in a big store such as like a GNC, Walmart, Target, Costco, that they have produced like large amounts of probiotics, yes, you might get at a lower price, but you do not know how long ago it was produced and how long it's been on the shelf. So you see bottles and bottles and bottles. I know that some of us will purchase one in the back of the shelf, but we do not know how fresh that product is. So if it's been produced a long time ago and it's been on the shelf, you are buying dead products. If the product that you bought is fresh and is still alive, by the time you take it and it goes through your esophagus down to the stomach, if it is not protected, it will die. So remember my drawing here? Okay, right in here. It is full of hydrochloric acid and all different kinds of enzymes. So what happens is that even if your probiotic bacteria is alive, by the time it goes through this mixture, it will die. It said that approximately 4% will survive. So you need to find a product that has an advanced delivery system. So please do your homework. Just don't go to the health food store and just get anything. They're a little bit expensive to produce. So of course, it's gonna cost you a little bit more, but it's worth it. Okay, so there's 3 different kinds of coating. One is called the enteric coating, and basically it's a polymer and also a lipid coating that will protect the probiotic. The number 2 is a microencapsulated. So again, there's a capsule around the probiotic that will protect from the acidic mixture in the stomach. And the latest technology is called the BioTrack. And that is my favorite one. All 3 is good, but BioTrack is the latest technology. And what it does, all these 3 will ensure the probiotic survival, because that's what we want. So this coating, what it does, it does not disintegrate in the acid of the stomach. So it will not dissolve, it will not disintegrate in the acid. However, as soon as it goes into the small intestine, right in here, which is alkaline here, as soon as here blue is alkaline, as soon as it gets to that area, it readily dissolve and disintegrate. So it will release the probiotic into the small intestine, and guess what? Then it gets absorbed in the large intestine, which is the last section. Is that amazing? Another thing that you need to be aware is that the strain has diversity. So when you purchase your probiotic, that you have only 1 or 2 strains. It has to have a minimum of 5 strains. So I'm gonna list the ones that I like, and also that has over 500 different types of bacteria. Another thing that you need to be aware is that the product has a guarantee that if you're not happy, that they, no question asked, that they will refund your money. Always do major research. So don't be fooled. So this is another thing that you need to be aware of, the claims that this specific product has 20 or 30 or even 50 billion CFUs. Because most of it will die. When it goes through the acid, the 50 billion bacteria will die. Only about 3 to 4% will be able to go through it. So you are just buying and you just flush it out. So you're just wasting your money. My product that I really know that is good and has the latest technology is a PROBIO, and I will have the link below. So I'm going to show you here. I put the probiotic in water, just like water. That's it. Okay. And so this is when it's in the bottle, and this you can see it has swollen. I was in the water only for about less than 10 minutes, and it has like a mucus coating, very similar to the mucus that is found on the walls of the stomach. Have you ever wondered why we have all these acid, hydrochloric acid in the stomach, but the stomach does not get digested? It's because the stomach has a coating to protect itself. However, if we don't eat properly, or we take drugs or drink alcohol, or we have stress, the mucus will disintegrate, and that's when we get, guess what? Ulcers. So this coating here is very similar, this slime, of what's happening on the coating of the stomach. So the acidity will not be able to break this down. However, as soon as it goes into the small intestine, because it's alkaline, this coating will start to break down. PROBIO, the probiotic that I take, has only 6 billion CFUs. Because it is not necessary to have more, it has 5 different strains and has all the bacteria that you need, and it delivers 60 to 70% of that bacteria, probiotic, into the small intestine, into the large intestine, and is absorbed to keep the gut healthy. Now, I want to talk, this is the last segment, on 7 signs that you need probiotics. I hope that you're enjoying yourself and you're learning, and that you are able to make your choice. If PROBIO, that you don't want to take that one, or it's not in your country because it's not all over the place, remember to look at the different coatings. Okay, that's essential. So 7 signs. One of the signs is if you have taken antibiotics in the last 5 years and did not put back. Because remember, antibiotics kill not only the bad bacteria, also the good bacteria. So your flora, your good flora is dead. So your microbiome is dead. And so when it's dead, guess what? The bad bacteria will take over. Have you ever had that experience that after you take an antibiotic, you might get rashes or yeast infections? That is the reason, okay? Because the good bacteria is not there anymore to protect you. So after you take your antibiotics, it's essential that you take quite a bit of probiotics afterwards. Number 2, you had food poisoning. Food poisoning will destroy all your flora. Everything. And if you had food poisoning, most likely the doctor will give you a shot of antibiotics or whatever medication. So again, if you had food poisoning, remember to take probiotics, the good ones. Number 3, you have an unhappy digestive system. You have stomach pains, constipation, diarrhea, food intolerance. Your healthy bacteria is not there. You have colitis or IBS. So again, good probiotics is essential. Number 4, you suffer from some form of skin condition. So like eczema, dryness, fungal acne, acne vulgaris, something is happening onto your skin, means that you don't have good gut bacteria. Please take some. You get sick often. You keep on getting the flu of the season. You're ongoing, always sick. You know the answer. You have yeast overgrowth, so that's number 6, yeast overgrowth, Candida albicans. You have fungal acne. And the last one, you are depressed. 95% of the serotonin, the happy hormone, happens in the gut. Happy gut, happy mind, you're not depressed. If you know anybody that have taken antibiotics, that they have IBS or Crohn's, you know that they're depressed, something is wrong, they're getting fungal acne, pimples, they're not happy. Because remember, happy gut, happy mind, happy person. Give them this tutorial so they can see and they can do their own research. If this brought you value, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will talk with you very, very soon.